What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to show you the Smartstich, some tips and tricks on using the Smartstich that'll help you out, especially if you're a beginner. My name's Matt and I own a laser engraving company and have recently got into embroidering, which has more than doubled my business so far. So it has been great, and there's a lot of tips in here and tricks that I think it's good for beginners to learn. So let's jump right in. One of the tricks, and I didn't know this until actually one of my viewers reached out, there is a different plate. This plate, you switch it out when you want to do hats. So you can see it's got a ribbed, like raised part on it, and it helps so the hat doesn't have to push all the way down there to get to the bobbin. So switching that out is a huge help. The other thing is bobbin. I got cardboard bobbin that I'll try it out. It was like $1 cheaper, so it really doesn't matter, but I thought I'll try it out. Some people say they love it. I hate it. I would suggest not to ever get it because the plastic stuff has the same width. So the cardboard stuff I found is you're constantly changing on your bobbin piece. You're constantly changing the tightener all the time because it's rubbing. And then you have to take out that spring on the inside because it pushes too much with the cardboard one and it pushes against the inside. So it gets a lot of friction and it doesn't want to turn the same. It's a battle. It's a nightmare. I recommend not to use the cardboard in this machine. My preference, stick with the plastic ones. They're awesome. And all this stuff I'll have linked down below. You can take a look and order it yourself. It's like 144 of them. They're cheap for like 20 bucks. Plastic ones are way worth it. Another thing, backer. Now this is cutaway backer. I'll also have that in the link. But what I like to do with it is I practice. I practice all the different logos and thread tightening, everything on here. And it has been awesome. This is the only way I do it now because you don't mess anything up, like hats and shirts and so forth. It has just been the best thing for us to practice on, and I recommend doing that. I grab it, cut it, fold it in half, and throw it in there, and then put it in there right away. It's awesome. It'll save you in the long run, trust me, because this is like pennies to waste rather than hats. I went through a ton of hats until I found a good digitizer, which if you want a digitizer, it's in the description down below. The one I use anyways. The other thing is when you pick a file, you go into a file, let's say we'll go into here, Auntie, and I don't want it that way, I want it upside down. Tap the F button and it's upside down. You can see the way the letter F is facing, and that's the way everything's going to be facing in there. So you can hit it again and see how it's like backwards. Just go around again and then it'll be upright. Some other people struggle to pick out the colors, and all you have to do is hit that top color and you got all your different colors right down here and you can pick them all. The other thing is if you want to go back, let's say if the thread breaks and you got to go back in your design, you can hold the stop button and it'll start traveling back until you hit stop again. If you need to go forward, you can go here and you can go forward 10 stitches, or you can change that number and we can go more. Or you can go back 10 stitches. And if you want to change your colors, so you know, like let's say I change that spool to green, I'd have to go in here and change it. So you make sure this is pink, settings, user parameters, go to embroidery assistant parameters, page down, and then you want to select the design display color. Tap it, boom. So like the first one here I have purple, so you click, it's on purple, so if I want to change it to green, you hit green. But that's purple, so I gotta leave it purple. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now there's one more thing that is pretty critical, if you ask me, because it messed me up for a while. This bar right here that runs across, I have this on 3 clicks down. So if you go all the way up, 1, 2, 3. and I found that works the best. I've bumped that and it was all the way up and my tension was off and it was out of control. I couldn't get it to do the right stuff that I needed to. So with that on 3 notches down, it's been flawlessly and it's been awesome. I don't really touch any of these. They're all fine. Like, I really haven't had to touch anything. Once you have it dialed in, it just goes. The other thing I would mention is clean this out. So you can see there's a hole back here. See that way back there? That is for oiling, and then I spray air in here. And I'll show you what I use. And the other spot is you oil up there. I ordered an oiler, and I'll have to show you in a different video, because you're supposed to oil the springs in here, and it's very hard with the oiler I have. So I ordered one. I think it'll work better, and I'll show you guys that. The other thing is this Allen wrench uses to take all this apart to switch out your switch out your hats and the flats. There's a hole back here, and I just put some electrical tape on there and drop it right in. Now I know no matter what, it's gonna be there for me. As far as buying stuff, they send you so much. So I bought this, obviously the hats and stuff and shirts, but they send you a case of bobbin, all that thread, and then I ordered a scissors, Fisker scissors, right away. And I went somewhere, Joanne Fabrics, and I got this scissors. So it's for applique designs. See, it's like a really, really good brand supposedly. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's you do a stitching and you lay fabric down, then it stitches it, and then you cut all that off. So using that scissors, you can cut it off really good, and then it goes back, does the final. And it works great for that. And the other thing is I bought this lighter because you can burn all the extra little pieces of stuff inside the hats or on the other back side of the stitching. And I hope you guys are doing great, because honestly, I'm not joking. This thing has doubled my business. It's been awesome. Oh, one more thing before we go. The hats. You want to make sure when you put the hats on, this is tight. If you have this on and you move your hats, you're going to have issues. So the adjustment is down here, right there. If you're looking at it when it's on the clamp, it's on your right bottom corner. And as long as you make sure that's snug, when you put the hats on and you can't move the hat, you're good. That's basically it. The other thing I'm getting a lot of questions about is, what are these, Mighty Hoops? Yeah, Mighty Hoops. These have been a huge lifesaver. I'm going to be showing you a video coming up, because as you can see, all this on this table, it's all got to get embroidered. And then I have a box of, no, 2 boxes of hats. So I will be doing a video on that and showing you guys how I'm using the Mighty Hoops. I'm going to order another one. I only have one, so I'm going to order one more, so I have 2, so I can constantly have one loaded for the next round. So there you have it. Glad you got to see me again. Bye.